You ain't been. Well, time for Give Me Five, sponsored by ComEd. Joining me tonight, Darnell Mayberry, who is a NBA writer for The Athletic, and my brother from another. What's up, D? How you doing, man?
Never better. How are you, Jared?
I can't complain, man. Listen, we got to talk these Bulls. It's been a long time since you and I have had a little conversation, but how does this Bulls team look to you now after all the moves that were made from the offseason?
I like the youth movement that they've brought here to Chicago with Josh Giddey. They've given Kobe White a lot more responsibility. Patrick Williams coming off that 5-year, $90 million extension that they gave him this summer. And so they've got a lot of young guys that they're going to plug in to this roster now and give significant minutes. And so we're going to see how it goes this season, but they want to play fast. They want to get up a lot of three-point shots, and they want to rely on their youth and athleticism to go out there and try to compete with some of the best in the league. And we're going to see how it goes.
Well, D, that's kind of what we saw in this preseason, right? I mean, they've been talking about this even last year of more up tempo on offense, shooting more threes. We saw that in the preseason with them. My question to you is, can they keep it up and be shooting from long range at a good clip this season?
I think the addition of Lonzo Ball certainly helps. They've got Chris Duarte and a trade back from Sacramento with the DeMar DeRozan signing trade. So they've got some additional shooters that they've brought in. I like Julian Phillips, what he showed in the preseason, shooting about 41, 42% from three-point range this preseason. So they've got guys that they can rely on to be a better three-point shooting team. But it's not just shooting them, Jared. They've also got to be able to defend it. And so they struggled with that the last two seasons. They brought in Wes Unseld Jr. as an assistant coach who's going to focus on the defense and try to get them to really button up their perimeter defense so they don't have to give up so many three-point shots and really be at a disadvantage night in and night out just because of the three-point discrepancy.
Yeah, that is crazy though. Darnell, can they get from the bottom five in defense in the league? Do you think is it more want to or is it more scheme in how you go about teaching this?
I think it's a mixture of both because they're talking about changing some things strategically, philosophically, conceptually with what they're doing defensively, guarding the line, the three-point line a lot more, and trying to force teams to take contested mid-range jumpers, long twos, and shut off the paint and the three-point line. So if they can do that effectively, they'll be a lot better this season. But they've also got to be able to do it, like I said, on both ends and be able to shoot them and make them as well as defend it.
I think about this up-tempo offense, and Darnell, it jumps out to me because we even heard about this last year, that this offense at some point needed to be able to run through Vooch, right? And then the injury with Zach happened, and then Kobe kind of upped his game a little bit more, which was all good, but it didn't go through Vooch. Moving forward this season, how do you have that up-tempo and have him integrated into what they're trying to do offensively? To me, that slows it down a little bit if it's going through him.
Yeah, Billy Donovan even just said at practice on Monday after the Bulls practice that there are going to be times when the Bulls have to slow it down and play in the half court set. And those are the times where I think where you're going to see them rely on Nikola Vucevic, dump it down there to him, try to get some easy offense, some high percentage shots from in close. But there are going to be times when Vooch is going to have to run with the young guys. There's going to be times when he goes to the bench and they bring in Jalen Smith or even play smaller with Patrick Williams at the five, and then they can get out and run with Lonzo Ball and Josh Giddey, Zach LaVine, and Kobe White leading the break. And then you got some shooters spacing out on the wings that can give you outlets if you do get in transition and have a numbers advantage. So I think there are going to be times when they rely on Vooch in the half court, but then also times when he's going to have to run, and then also when he sits, the Bulls are really going to try to pick up the pace.
I can't believe, Darnell, we're sitting here already like 4 questions in, and I didn't even talk about Lonzo Ball. I'm mad at myself for this, man. 2.5 years watching all that he has gone through to get back to this moment of getting back to playing the game that he loves. I know there's minute restrictions as they try to get him back into the groove of things and the grind of a long season, but just talk about him being back on the court and also how his role is going to be on this team as they move forward through this season.
Yeah, Jared, a couple of us reporters were talking about it at practice today, after Bulls practice, just impressed at how good he looks so far. We didn't expect him to come out and look this good so soon after 33 months off away from basketball. He looks like he hasn't missed a beat. The defensive smarts and savvy is still there. The three-point shooting is still there. The court vision, the passing, the awareness, all of that is still there. He even tried to jump up and catch an alley-oop pass in one of those preseason games. So he's still got it. And as you mentioned, the 16-minute restriction is still in place, and it will be for the foreseeable future. But the way he's performing and contributing, the Bulls actually can perhaps rely on him to make a positive impact this season when no one expected anything coming into this season from Lonzo Ball. He has quickly changed a lot of impressions on what he's capable of.
I love seeing it. It makes it just, as Bulls fans, it's so much better to see him. And this team is better. You think about what they miss not having him on the court. Maybe everything right now, the timeline would be a lot different if he was healthy. I do got to ask this, though, and I hate doing this. But can you look at your crystal ball? Because everybody's trying to figure out how do they perceive this team as the year goes on. And I've heard people saying they're going to be bad. I can't wait to watch this team. If you could look in your crystal ball, how does this season go at the end of the season for this ball club?
I think they finished between 30 and 35 wins. I think they scratch and claw to, fight around the play-in tournament. But ultimately, I think they fall short of the postseason, the playoffs, that is. And then, to me, Jared, success for this young Bulls team is implementing some sort of culture, developing good habits, establishing some consistency with some of the younger players, Kobe White, Patrick Williams, Josh Giddey, Jalen Smith, who they just got from Indiana this summer. If they can get development from those young guys and implement some good habits along the way, whether it's playing at a faster pace, whether it's implementing some defensive principles, or just learning how to win at home and protect your home court inside the United Center. I think those are all positive strides that this team can take this season, regardless of the one-loss record.
Perfect, man. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too.